Jacksonville, Florida is our video of the week. It was our first time visiting this East Florida city. Follow along as we check out restaurants, the beach, and fun things to do in Jacksonville, Florida. We got to Jacksonville late Friday evening, and after checking into our hotel, we ventured out for dinner. Purple Roots is a Filipino restaurant that was walking distance from our hotel. You order from the screen and then they bring the food to you. We ordered a bunch of different food to try, and while we enjoyed it all, the Halo cake was my favorite. The name means mix because you're supposed to mix it all together before you eat it, and it truly doesn't look that pretty in this video because we had to take it to go, but if you eat it in the restaurant, it really is a pretty cake. It's one of the most beautiful cakes I've ever seen, actually. Insomnia Cookies is right next door, so we had to get some cookies for our hotel room for the weekend. They were really good as well. We stayed at Hotel Indigo in Deerwood Park. It's not really downtown. Well, it's not downtown and it's not by the beaches. And I thought that it would be kind of a better central location to do the things that we wanted to do closer to downtown as well as the beaches. But, and I didn't want to stay at the beaches because we live at the beach, and so this wasn't going to be a beach vacation for us, and I thought with it being Memorial Day weekend that the beaches would be kind of crazy. But when we went to the beaches, as you saw, or maybe as you will see, whenever I put that in, they weren't busy. And again, that could have been because we were there in the morning when it was pretty chilly and cloudy, so maybe once the sun came out and it got nicer, it got really busy. But not only were the beaches not busy when we were there, they weren't crazy, like the traffic getting in. I mean, I guess that obviously makes sense. But so I think next time we would stay at the beaches and just commute to all the other places. We were gonna stay downtown, but I had gotten feedback that a lot of places are closed on the weekends. So that's why we didn't stay there. I think that staying here was a, good idea, I guess, but we still ended up driving quite a bit. As far as the hotel goes, it was totally fine. We did like the location. It was walking distance to plenty of restaurants, which was really nice, especially Friday when we got in and just kind of didn't want to do anything except for grab dinner and go to bed. That was really nice. There's a pool here, there's a little restaurant downstairs. They have everything, that you could need. So for us, it just kind of comes down to location. So yeah, that's kind of our feedback on where to stay. And it kind of depends what you want to do too. I think from downtown to the beaches is around 30 to 40 minutes. Also, we were so excited to bring the baby to the pool. He loves to float in his Mamaru pool floaty, but it's not heated, and again, the highs when we were here never got to 80 degrees, so it was too cold, so that was disappointing. But yeah, we had great weather, and I will take that anytime over being extremely hot. Our room was fine. It was nothing too special, but did the trick. They do allow dogs, which we really appreciate, and Lady appreciates as well. The hotel did have a restaurant downstairs with breakfast, and then they had some simple food to order for lunch and dinner, which is convenient, but the hotel is in walking distance to quite a few different restaurants, so we never ate at the hotel. We checked out quite a few of those restaurants that were in walking distance. We need coffee. Don't we?
Yeah, it's time for coffee.
Sago Coffee was our favorite coffee shop from the trip. It's located just a couple of blocks from the beach, and on nice days they can open their garage doors to be more of an open air coffee shop. I would really love to work from here one day. They even have this little conference room that's really nice to rent out if you are local. Got coffee. I got an orange mocha latte, and I got it warm because it's chilly this morning. It's 65 degrees, which is crazy for almost June. And I know that probably doesn't sound cold to a lot of people, but that's pretty chilly for us.
It's pretty chilly.
And we didn't plan ahead. We didn't look at the weather.
Not at all.
Because who would think that it would be this cold? Dog on the loose.
Dog on the loose.
Hold on. So yeah, we just didn't think it would be this cold, and so we didn't even check the weather, so we don't have any long sleeves. So this warm latte with orange mocha is gonna hit the spot. We're headed to the beach now. This time of year, dogs are allowed on the beach until 9 a.m. Was it from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.?
I think it's 5 to 9.
Oh, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
And then, yeah, and then after 5 p.m.
And after 5 p.m. But then, like, off in the other season, they're allowed all day. Do you remember what season that was?
Until March 30th. From September to March 30th, they're allowed to be on the beach no matter what time it is.
Yeah.
But then after March 30th until September, they're...
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
hey.
I just did that.
Yeah, a little fun.
So,
yeah.
All right, we're off to the beach.
Hey, see you guys.
Hopefully you can hear me with the wind. We are at Jacksonville Beach. It is a cloudy day so far, and I feel like my camera isn't picking up how wavy it truly is. Like, yeah, you can see the waves, but they are just so big compared to, like, obviously compared to the Gulf Coast, but like even when we come to the East Coast, I am not used to seeing waves this big. They are massive, and so that's just kind of cool to see coming from the Gulf Coast, where it's very calm more often than not, and definitely more often than it is here. So it's a quiet morning at the beach. There's not a ton of people here. You can see a few. It's just a great start to the day. It's about 8 a.m. Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. So we kind of expected it to be packed. I don't know how this beach usually is. This is our first time to Jacksonville Beach. So it could be that it's chilly or that it's cloudy, or maybe this isn't a beach that gets packed often. Either way, coming here with the coffee was a great move. Great way to start the morning. On our way back to the hotel, we stopped at Mini Bar, which has mini donuts and coffee. The donuts are fresh and served warm and are absolutely delicious. Since they're mini, it's a really nice way to try a few different flavors. The baby ended up napping for quite a while back at the hotel room, so Mitchell ran out and grabbed us some food to go. I got a bowl from Tika Bowls and Tacos, which is kind of like a Chipotle for Indian fusion. I love curry and it was absolutely delicious. Mitchell is not so much a curry fan, so he got a bowl from Flame Broiler. They have meat and rice bowls, and his was just okay. I forgot to get footage of both of our foods, unfortunately. Huge YouTube fail, but we were so hungry by the time he came back with the food, and both of these places are within walking distance from our hotel. When the baby woke up, we went to the Jacksonville Zoo. They have a decent sized zoo, and it was a good place to spend the afternoon. If you plan to go, know that you are required to buy tickets online. They don't sell them like at the front gate or anything like that, and they do cost more the day of your visit. So if you know that you're going ahead of time, purchase them ahead of time if possible. We also found out that during the summer, they have summer night lights on Friday nights. That's where you can go to the zoo after dark and it's all lit up. We really wish we would have known about that because we would have really enjoyed that. It sounds like it would have been a lot of fun. The next morning, we got coffee from two different coffee shops. Cup of Job was our first stop. We thought it was a cup of job, but given that it's a Christian coffee shop, we believe that it's pronounced Cup of Job. The outside of the coffee shop really caught our eye the morning before. After that, we stopped at Bold Bean, and they make their own house-made syrups. I had the spicy chocolate, which was very unique and delicious. And since it was time for the baby's nap, we drank it in our hotel room while I got some work done. Today we're getting ready to go to the Cummer Museum and Gardens, Art Museum and Gardens. It's right behind me right here. It opened in 1958 and it's named after, I believe I pronounce it, Nina Cummer, who collected art, and it's obviously still open today. It's right in downtown Jacksonville, and yeah, we're pretty excited to check it out. If you have kids, they have this small area for them in the museum, which is pretty cool. This started as 50 pieces of Nina's personal art collection, and now there's more than 5,000 pieces of art. Even though the art was quite impressive, my favorite part by far was the gardens, which overlook the St. Johns River. And I will let the videos show for themselves how phenomenal and beautiful this area was. These flamingos might not be here if you choose to come, unless you come, I think they end in June, so unless you come soon. But I love this special exhibit with the flamingos. I love flamingos. Just finished up at the Garden and Art Museum, and it was great. Now we are headed to find lunch. We're in downtown Jacksonville right now, of course, and there's not a ton that's open on Sunday. A lot of things aren't open. There are plenty of restaurants that are, like there's Hawkers, but we have a Hawkers in St. Pete. It's Asian tapas type of food. It's delicious, but we want to try something new. We just tried to go to, do you remember the name of where we just tried to go to? I can't remember. River and Post, I think, yeah. And we thought it was a rooftop restaurant, but when we got there, it seems like the restaurant is on the street, and then there is also a lounge at the top. So we didn't, I don't know, weren't feeling it today. So yeah, we're gonna go find lunch, and I think we'll probably end up close to the beach. We ended up at Julington Creek Fish Camp, which is right on the river. We loved the vibes here, and we were even able to snag a table outside. We got 2 appetizers, a watermelon salad and ceviche. Those were my favorite part of our meal. They were so good, but our main dishes were great as well. I got a seafood pasta, and Mitchell got a fish sandwich. There are quite a few things that we wanted to do but didn't get to do. One of those is like a nature preserve, and it also has an old plantation on it. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not even gonna try, but I will put it in the description. We also really wanted to walk the riverfront, and there were tons of restaurants that we really wanted to get to that we didn't get a chance to. Finally, the Museum of Science and History was a huge thing that we both wanted to do that we didn't get to, so Definitely need to come back. We were here from Friday night until Monday morning. So really we had Saturday and Sunday, and our days are broken up now with naps. So we don't get to do quite as much as we used to be able to do. I would say that you could do all those things that I just mentioned in 2 days if you really wanted to. We also didn't care about a beach day since we live at the beach, but if you want to add a beach day in there too, you'd want to factor that in. But I would say 2 to 3 days is enough time to see everything in this video, plus those things that I just mentioned, and then depending on if you want a beach day or not. Hey, mister. That was our weekend trip to Jacksonville, Florida. It was the perfect mix of busy and relaxing. We took things really slow, and like I said, there's so much more we want to go back and do. So hopefully we can get back to Jacksonville soon. Let us know in the comments what we missed or what your favorite parts of Jacksonville are. If you found this video informative or interesting, we would so appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button or click that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching.